We always thought the worst thing that could happen in the amazing digital circus was abstracting. Until now. I'm playing TADC Mind Games, a new horror game where we are the newest member of the circus, and Caine is more unhinged than ever. Every decision I make puts a target on my back, and with 5 horrible endings waiting in the dark, one wrong choice means we never leave. Bro, this looks insane! And we can already see that Caine still has the blue AI, so he is gonna be out of control. There's an exit door in the logo too. Hopefully, and chill bro, I hear Caine laughing. All right, let's start the game. Now this is not canon. Okay, so this is when he, good, right? That's basically where this is starting. It seems like you put on a dusty headset that been sitting nearby on an old computer. To your surprise, it still works. No menu, no sound, no game selection. You had no idea what to expect while waiting for it to load. You're surrounded by darkness, and for a few seconds, you wonder if there's anything to play. And that's when we switch. We are now the file. A buzz of static catches you off guard until the surrounding void suddenly flashes into a blinding light. Your vision comes a few moments later, and a disoriented groan leaving your mouth. Who is that? Who's that? There's a weird bunny there. Bleary eyes try to look past the spots blinding your vision. As it gradually comes into focus, you find yourself immediately assaulted by eye-piercingly bright blues, yellows, and reds. You find yourself standing in what resembles to be the insides of a giant circus tent. You stand in awe, staring at the floating cubes, plastic tubes, and strangely stacked toy blocks when suddenly, welcome to the amazing digital circus! Well, my butter beloved, and smack my sclera if it isn't a new human! You bumped in a short something that is now defying gravity right above you. Bumped into, look at the bubble. Okay, was that eyeball always there? You stare about a massive pair of chompers with eyeballs trying to understand what it is you're looking at. Welcome to the amazing digital circus! His voice booms across a colorful black backdrop. My name is Caine, and I am your ringmaster around here. I can't tell you how delighted I am to finally see a new face in my circus. The hyperactive denture keeps his 2 mismatched eyes on you like glue, unblinking and unmoving. All you can do is stare in stunned silence. Oh, okay. While you're still trying to make sense of everything you do in front of you, you decide to express cautious interest for the digital circus, or reach up and try to take the headset off. That's what everyone does. Caine watches you pull up your head. You struggle for a few seconds and realize there's nothing to take off. Panicked and confused, you ask for a way to disconnect yourself from the game. Disconnect? This place is fun! I promise you there's so much we can do. Anything you want, as wacky as you can imagine. And you still gotta meet all the others. Am I right? He nudges your arm incessantly in an effort to convince you to just go with the flow of the game. You notice his fingers tapping rhythmically on his cane, his eyes not leaving you. Okay, he insists that you experience the game. Give it a chance. You decide to calm down and accept. Come on, who doesn't want to actually be in the digital circus just for a minute? He looks ecstatic, clicking his heels together in the air. Wonderful! I promise you, we'll have a great time here. I gotta show you around, and we gotta give you a name. Oh, what's our name gonna be? He stops in place, upper jaw raising as he remembered something. An unreadable look comes across his face before he looks down, and before his eyes spontaneously point in opposite directions. Jumping jackhammers and all the hullabaloo! I've completely forgotten we were in the middle of a hardcore hide-and-seek game. He snaps his fingers. Oh, a strange board game with his face on it materializes out of nowhere and falls to the ground. If you don't mind waiting for me for a bit, I'll be back with you in a moment. I promise. Just don't go anywhere, okay? I want to be the one to show you around. So he gave us a board game to play while they're doing the hide-and-seek adventure? A little me game for you to play in the meantime. See you around in a bit. Toodaloo. And I gotta say, this Caine looks a little different. He's got like canine teeth. Look at those. They look sharp, dude. You're not supposed to have those. Caine vanishes, and there's a deafening silence all around you. A quick look over your shoulders, and you can see how big the place is. You could listen to him and wait, but there were so many strange-looking areas that caught your attention. Stay and play with a board game. Go left towards, so we can walk towards an open vent on the wall. We're walking, dude. Whoa. Why are there eyeballs? Right in front of you on a far away wall, you spot what looks like an open vent. It's barely visible with giant colorful cubes blocking it from view. You walk toward it, worrying that Caine might come back and find you sneaking around. It's wide open, big enough for a person to fit in. Had someone used it? Was it a game secret achievement? You ponder it for a minute, then reminding yourself that you're inside a game, you crouch inside to investigate. Oh, it's the Glint Queen! You notice the wall textures flicker and polygons just out in odd angles, forming gaps within the vent. The gaps themselves are big enough to see what lies beyond in the white expanse. Is that the void? The Glint Queen is in the void? You guess that no one has tested this part of the map yet. It also seems rather dirty in here, with all the cobwebs and strangely shaped objects that also have faces. What if I press history? Okay. Okay. It gives us a whole history of everything, including his lines. Interesting. Okay. Perhaps that's why Caine didn't want you to explore. You peer through one of the holes and get the unnerving feeling that you are being watched. Suddenly, something slithers in your peripheral as a multitude of eyes open and glare back at you from all directions. A booming voice rumbles through the vent. Another colorful character in the presence of the Glint Queen? Indespeakable. The eyes glare accusatory as if the very sight of you disgusts them. You take a moment to formulate a response. You can't help but scream. You think let's act polite. You try your best to be polite, trying to diffuse the tension between you and this monster. You can even compliment their lovely eyes. They're many, many eyes. The creature's eyes narrow as it looks you up and down. You get the impression it's trying to figure you out in some way. You must be new here. I have not seen you around like the other things. What do you know about Caine? What are you a queen of? The Gloinks. We know what Gloinks are. So let's say, what do you know about Caine? You ask the Glint Queen what she knows about Caine. Her eyes widen when you mention this name. Bah! You speak of the mad teeth god that bore this world into existence. That same god that made me and my kin. But it matters not, for he too shall become a Gloink in due time, like everything else. The Glint Queen stares past you as if she's seeing this future unfold between her very eyes. It's rather disconcerting. You take the moment to slowly crawl away through the vent. Okay. Climb carefully out of the vent onto the soft carpet below, the sound of rumbling emanating from the vent. Whatever that creature was, you're glad it didn't make it mad. Ooh, okay, here we go. You look around to find your bearings. You're in a shabby-looking hallway past its prime. Muck and grime stains the walls as the wallpaper peels away, revealing strange blinking eyes. Abstracting eyes in both sides right there. This is awesome, man. Okay, you try not to acknowledge them. Instead, you wander the hallways, locked doors lining either side, each one adorned with a funny-looking character. It's starting to feel more like a hotel for cartoons than a circus. It kind of is, right? A thought crosses your mind, though. Why are there so many doors with a red X on them? The question presses heavily on your mind. Abstracted. That's why. Suddenly, you are snapped out of your thoughts by the sound of voices. It seems to be coming further down the hallway. With no other options, you head toward them. Maybe they can help you out of this place. It's better than having the company of doors. Doors? At the very least. The voices become clearer and clearer as you pick up the pace, until eventually you round a corner and wham! Jingle, jingle! Up! We ran into Pomni. You had run directly into something small and colorful, and she has a key. The sound of jingle bells ring out, echoing throughout the hallways as you fall backwards onto the carpet. Slightly dazed, you look up slowly to see a small jester rubbing their head on Caine. Next to the jester, a person-sized chess king knees down, unconcerned. Are you okay? How many fingers am I holding up? I don't think I can do Kinger's voice. I'm gonna try. And I cannot do Lizzie. Oh my goodness. 3. I'm gonna try my best. Wait, I am? The chess piece looks down his own floating hand. He didn't even know what he was holding up. His eyes slowly drift in 2 different directions and he begins to count them in panic. He seems rather empty-headed. Oh, good news. Turns out I have 4. I sound like Baldy. The jester slowly stands up, giving herself a brief dust-off. The jester's eyes go wide as they focus on you with full attention. Attention that fills the space as you both look at each other. You get the odd feeling they're about to try and fight you. The jester puts themselves in between you and the chess piece, slowly backing away with them, tugging into the chess piece's robe. Kinger, we need to get going. Now. Oh, perhaps they're here to see my insect collection. The jester shakes their head as they continue to step back, not breaking eye contact with you. I can see Pomni doing that. You step forward, trying to explain your situation. 1 second, you're putting on a headset. Next, you're talking with the teeth man and everything else. Your head starts to ache thinking about it all, and you grab it as if trying to yank something off. They should know, like, why is she afraid? She knows what this whole thing is. You start to curl in yourself. I mean, why can't you take it off? Is this even real? A small hand grasps onto your own. You look up to see the jester looking at you with some concern. Hey, it's okay. Take it easy. I'm sorry about that. We thought you were one of the NPCs. The reassuring tone in their voice helps you to calm down. You felt you were losing yourself for a second. You're fine. I'm Pomni, by the way. And that one over there is Kinger. Who? Kinger frantically looks behind him. You stare in sheer bafflement, but Pomni's gaze stays on you. So what's your name? You try to answer, but nothing comes to mind. Where the name should be is just a blank space. Wait, he didn't give you one? She trails off, brow furrowing in thought. How about we call you, Rookie for now? Sounds good? I don't like it. Can we change it? I don't like that name. Your mouth plays with the sound of the new name. It feels right. Oh, okay. At least for the time you're here. Pomni brightens it up. Well, it's nice to officially meet you, Rookie. She lets out a small chuckle. However, her face drops down into a frown. She looks back up at you with a sorrowful expression. Sorry you had to end up here at a time like this, but we really got to get moving before he finds us. You're confused and ask who she's talking about. Caine. The big teeth guy? You recall your first meeting with him was unexpected. Despite the chaos regarding to just about everything, he seemed harmless, if not incredibly eccentric. You fall in step beside Pomni and Kinger as they both begin to make haste down the hall. You ask about what Pomni meant about Caine finding you. Well, he's upset and unstable, more than usual. It started me with the little things, a strange glare, mean comments, but now I think he's trying to... She trails off. She fidgets with her hands. She snaps back, looking at you. But we're gonna find a way to fix him. Kinger thinks there's something up with his base code. Oh no. I know where this is going, Pomni. And look at Kinger's like partially abstracted right there. You look over at Kinger, who is currently staring at the ceiling. She lets out an awkward laugh. He's smarter than he looks. Trust me, we wouldn't have gotten this far without him. She smiles weakly as she turns to him as he continues to stare into the light. Pomni? Are you seeing these white dots in this light? You feel that without your help, these two might not complete their goal. But do you really want to get a rope into something like this? You just want to go home after all. Yes! I've got no choice. I must stay with them. Against your better judgment. You didn't give me a choice! You take a deep breath and offer to help fix Caine somehow. You don't know what the plan is, but perhaps you should have asked that before agreeing. Pomni looks up with surprise and relief. It seems she was hoping you would stay. Well, I'm glad you want to help, especially since you just met us. Thanks. The three of you continue your journey down the various hallways. You notice her eyes dart around trying to find something. She notices you looking at her. Oh, we're keeping an eye out for doors that this key fits into. They appear randomly. Hopefully one will lead us to Caine's control room. That's what Kinger thinks anyway. Suddenly there's a loud whack as Kinger smacks headfirst into a large door, surprising both you and Pomni. Oh, God, Kinger, are you okay? I'm not an oak, but the door is. Oh my. Oh, it's got bubble on it. That one looks, yeah, this is the one. Large oak wooden door engraved with vines and a weird grinning bubble. Pomni lifts up her key and slots into the door's keyhole. She pauses and looks back. This place isn't exactly safe, so be ready for anything. You give her a nod in confirmation. She turns the key and swings open the doors. What the heck happened to Jax and Ragatha? And is that Gangle? Is that, well, I don't, oh my goodness. This is like horror. Look at it, like this is Kinger, or maybe it's Queenie. This is Zubul here. I didn't even notice. At least there's no Pomni one. So yeah, that's everyone except for Pomni basically, right? It even has like Bubble and Caine here. Yeah, where is the Pomni? Why is there no Pomni here? On the other side of rather fancy the roaring fire and comfortable sofas. It would be a nice place to stay if it wasn't for the freaky mounted heads on the walls that glare down at you. Though strangely, one of the mounted frames doesn't have a head. Instead, just a small plaque with a familiar name. Wait, where? I don't see an empty one. Oh, it's waiting for Pomni. Pomni grimaces as she looks up at them, her hands beginning to fidget more than ever before. Well, not the room we're looking for, but could lead us to it. Any ideas, Kinger? Kinger wanders off to one of the sofas and sits down on an especially comfy one. You know, I think this is made with crocodile leather. The good stuff. He begins to lean back, his body pressing into the pillows of the sofa as he lets out a content sigh. Pomni lets out a sigh as she still fidgets. Well, I suppose it's okay to take a rest for a bit. We can wait a while. Pomni sits down. You see her whole body loosens as she's about to pass out. You wonder how long she's been up running about. They are both rather worn out the more you look at them. Perhaps you should ask some questions. Ask about the key? This might be, I don't know. Yeah, let's ask about the key. Oh, it's a keygen. Kinger was able to make it earlier to help us access doors that Caine is locked. It's like those serial numbers you put in to activate a program you bought. Well, sometimes you don't need to buy it. Pomni gives a knowing smirk. You suggest it's pretty much how normal key works, but digital. Oh, I guess that's a simpler way of putting it. Kinger told it better when he was explaining it to me. She glances around embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed. Like I said before, the plan is to research Caine's control room. Hopefully there's something in there we can use to fix his code. If everything is still the same there, is there anything else you wanted to ask? You're about to ask them further when suddenly... Wham! You hear the doors slam behind you. What? Pomni rushes toward the door, key up front, trying to open it. However, as soon as she enters the key, it emits a loud error sound. Oh my, look at this! I love the art, dude. Guys, I think we have a problem. The fire roars as the flames bellow out from the fireplace before it is quickly snuffed out. The once warm room is now filled with a sinister dread. You feel a shiver creep down your spine. Oh, I think this is one of those sleepovers. You feel the room begin to rumble and shake as the walls begin to crumble and split open. You hold on to Kinger, keep him upright as Pomni's eye darts around the room. Come on. There has to be... There! Pomni points toward the vent on the other side of the room. She races toward it. Oh! Bro! These things came alive! Ugh. Rumble. Wait, are we fighting? The mounted heads violently clatter together. Their mouths chattering as thick vines erupt from behind. The freaky vine creatures gnash teeth hungrily. Their vines twisting toward you and Kinger. Oh, look at Pomni. What the... A thick vine suddenly bursts out of the fireplace, blocking Pomni's path. Yep. You feel Kinger's posture change. You look up and notice his eyes seem more focused. Because it got dark. He moves out in front of you in a protective stance as he grabs something out of the obscured trophy-decorated walls. Get behind me. Kinger holds it up as it glints out of the darkness, ready to swing down, and it's a machete that poofs into a cloud of pixels as soon as it makes contact with the vines. Ah. Why does Caine even have that? There's little time to act. You have to move, but you're unsure what to do. Help Pomni move the thick vine aside to enter the vent, or entertain the heads with Kinger. Entertain the heads. Let's go. You rush over to Kinger. You two start to wave your hands around like a weird dance trying to distract the creepy vines. The creepy heads stare confused. Uh-oh. Did I choose incorrectly? Suddenly you hear... It's Caine! Dude, loud in the distance, almost like it's echoing in the back of your mind. You look around trying to locate it. Snap! Suddenly, one of the vines launch on Kinger, trying to chop him down. He dodges at the last minute. There must be a way to light the fire again. I need a moment to think. Kinger speeds towards the snuffed-out fireplace where some of the thicker vines had decided to crawl out from. You look back at Pomni for a second, about to call for her. The vine wasn't blocking the way to the vent anymore, but Pomni had stopped moving. Her body language just tells you she's in trouble. She starts stumbling around, her hands shooting toward her head while slowly turning around. No! Her face! Her head! Is she wearing a mask? But her neck is not quite right. No. This can't be happening. Whoa. The snapping sound from before, had that been Caine? Had he replaced Pomni's head with a version of herself as one of the head mounts? Pomni is in trouble. While Kinger needs assistance to find a way to light up the fire in the room again, you thought it best. I have to help Pomni. Or do we follow Kinger? Because, like, he's in the dark. He could have the right plan. And it could help Pomni. We gotta go to Pomni, dude. Pomni's body is still hers, but she seems confused. Touching her new cosmetics, she stumbles a bit, trying to find herself. Could things actually be fine? You reached out to comfort Pomni and make sure she's okay. Her face suddenly wakes up as it senses movement, her shark black eyes darting to her hand with an all-consuming hunger. She starts to jitter and bite at the air, almost like a rabid dog, pulling her body forward with force. Catching you unaware and shocked at what you were witnessing. Pomni suddenly bites down on you with that horrific... I got bit by Pomni? I have done everything wrong taking a jagged, cratered bite out of your arm, which starts to glitch. At first, you reel from the pain, disassociating as your vision flickers between your horrific digital wound and the convulsing form of what used to be your new friend, Pomni. An itching, crawling sensation quickly moves up your arm. You feel a sudden stab of splitting agony in your brain. You notice your own face starts changing, getting bigger and heavier. A sharp jolt of static racks your body and mind. What you feel as your bones beginning to move against your will as you become an unwilling marionette of Caine's bidding. No more worries or fears, just letting your own body follow the instructions given. Pomni? Rookie, what are you? The last thing you hear is the confused screams of Kinger, whose hands had been feeling around the bricks of the fireplace trying to look for something. Pomni and you tear into Kinger with your teeth. It feels like an eternity passes. Only then do the vines take control, dragging you all into the inky darkness of a forest of vines and plants. You feel yourself dangling from the air. You open your eyes to see yourself and the others entangled in vines, unconscious. Both Pomni and Kinger had been transformed into those hideous mount heads and seemed unable to react to the situation. You have disappointed me. To think I expected more from you. The jungle of vines starts. This wasn't an adventure? From the shadows, a big and terrifying figure emerges. Is that a giant spider? Oh my goodness. No, it's Caine, but his body looks deformed, elongated, menacing. His multiple arms help him crawl his way toward you three. Now that I've got you all in my web, you are it! What? Holy cow. That is not funny, Caine. All right, let's try that again, but like make some different choices. Yeah, oh, okay, wait, I don't, okay, yeah, all right. Here we go. Does it change? No, it's the same beginning, right? It's gonna be exactly the same. So we're gonna jump through a bunch of stuff and see if we can just get at least a slightly better ending, because that was awful. All right, so I'm gonna express interest. We'll start it off with a completely different branch. He puffs out his chest with pride, his mouth forming into what you can assume to be a best version of a smile. Your curiosity for circus had him preening as if you give him some unspoken form of praise. I'm so glad you asked. There's so much to show you. By the by, how shall I address you? You think for a moment and suddenly realize, so he's gonna name us. You can't remember your own name? Your anxiety starts growing as you seem to have forgotten who you are. Aha, no worries. I'll make sure to give you a name that goes according to that avatar of yours. He flourishes his cane and gives a dizzying spin before pointing at your chest with it. You still don't know why you can't remember your name. Your every attempt feels a wall of static preventing your ability to recall. You hesitantly go with the flow. He looks so he didn't give us the name though. Clicking his heels together into the air where he's already floating. Wonderful! I promise you, you'll have a great time here. I gotta show you around and we gotta give you a name. He stops in place, upper jaw raising as he remembered something. Oh, so this is the same. Yeah. So, okay. So here's what we'll do. Board game, we're just gonna sit. We're just gonna sit and play. That way, there were missing pieces inside the box, yet the game seemed not to make any sense anyway. You put the board, displaying it on the ground, and try to pass some time. After a while, you're bored. Oh no. Oh! How is the gaming going, Honey Pops? Beautiful to see you still hanging right where I left you. He had broken in the silence with a loud pop and all the board pieces had gone flying all over the floor. With a snap of his fingers, the boarded pieces vanished from view. Where were we? Oh yes, you need a name and a tour around. You question him about the other players inside the circus, and he gives you a casual look and a wave of his hand to brush it off. They're all fine, just resting after a great adventure. Don't worry, you will get to meet them all. Caine offers his hand to you. Okay, so this is going well. But first, a tour just for you. A great welcome is needed. And a name. Just come with me. He grabs you swiftly, lifting you up in the air beside him. Wait! It says game over here. Wait. Caine looks back at you, a big grin on his face while you two fly above the circus tent. Did it just end with me and Caine and Bubble and everyone else is dead? Is that, because that's kind of what it looks like. I'm so glad you're here. It's nice to have a friendly new face around. We're gonna have so much fun together. His new favorite. Dude, but everyone died. No. All right, one more. That one. Wow. Okay. Insist politely you want to exit. Caine's eyes darken, his body language becoming noticeably anxious. Though you can't quite make it out, you're sure you can hear him mumbling to himself. Why does everyone always... What am I doing wrong? Is it me? Am I not likable enough? Trying to compose himself, he looks at you with a fake smile as he delivers the bad news. Ah, yes, an exit. Right. Ah, yes, an exit. Right. You see, there is no exit. Not that I know of, at least haven't seen one around, I'm afraid. At least, not any I've come up with. He lets out a frantic, jittery laugh before shooting you with an intense stare. I'm sorry to tell you, but I won't be able to help you with that. But what about we instead show you around for now, learn your way around the circus, introduce you to our many exciting locations. Though he continues on with his booming voice and showman presentation, you can't help but feel there's a lingering anxiety that seems to loom over him. You feel suspicious. You can't believe there's no exit to speak of. There's a clear desperation to his actions, a persistent nagging in his desire for... No, insist you will find a way out. Caine's eyes start glitching. Oh no, the colors start alternating between blues and reds. He is obviously enraged. Oh, so another troublemaker, are we? A big hand goes to grab you. Well then, I think I can't let you off my sight then. A popping sound, and suddenly you're fitting inside his suit pocket. He opens it with one finger to look down at your tiny self now trapped in there. I'm keeping you with me until you learn to behave. Oh my goodness! Every ending in this is just terrible. All right, so here let's choose differently. So the vines come to kill us. This takes forever to get to. Okay, help Pomni move the thick vine aside so we can enter the vent, so we can get out of there. Run over to Pomni, and both of you are able to move the heavy vine away, leaving a small opening to the vent. Pomni starts kicking at it to loosen it, but a scream startles you both. Oh! Oh no! You look back to find that Kinger has been grabbed by one of the heads and is being dragged away while struggling. Like, he got corrupted. Look at his head. I mean, it kind of actually, what? So wait, no, that's not his head. That's Jax. That's Jax's head that grabbed Kinger. So Kinger hasn't been transformed like Pomni was. Kinger! Pomni immediately launches herself and takes Kinger by the robe, trying to pull him back from the deformed rabbit-looking mounted head that is munching on his face. With everything happening so fast, you need to make a decision in your position. So finish opening the vent or rush over to help them. I gotta help them. You run over the creepy, smiling rabbit head, avoiding the other slithering mounted heads trying to grab you and Pomni. Using all your strength, you kick it and you punch it, and it finally lets Kinger go. Kinger falls to the ground. He quickly stands up and looks around himself with a determined look. Over here, quick! You two follow Kinger to the fireplace, avoiding the vines and biting heads flinging about. You duck and punch at one of them in time. You focus your attention back at Kinger, who's now touching the walls around the fireplace trying to find something. What are you looking for? The switch. There should be a hidden one here. I did not do that voice right. A head resembles Kinger launches over you. You manage to dodge it, but it hits Pomni, pushing her away between the other head vines. Oh no. You look back at Pomni's struggle with the vines and back to Kinger, who's frantically feeling the walls for a switch. You decide to help Pomni out or help him find the switch. I think we gotta help Pomni, because that's how we got here. Let's do Pomni again. You now wave your arms, running over to Pomni, trying to keep the vines away from her. The crying white mask trying to bite down at you both. Oh, Gangle. Suddenly you hear Kinger and Caine in the distance, almost like it's echoing in the back of your mind. You look around trying to locate it. Snap. Something isn't right. You look back at Pomni. No! It's going the same way. Her face, her head. No. You shout back at Kinger, asking in a hurry if he found the right switch yet, but the purple rabbit head was taking away his attention. He's fighting it with one of the fireplace's metal tools. Stay back. When you finally look back at your own situation, you realize Pomni is charging at you, stumbling. You look around, think quickly, grabbing one of the pillows from the couch. Oh, that's new? It doesn't show us, though. We're just glitchy. Use it as a shield when Pomni finally reaches you. The zombie head bites into the pillow, ripping parts of it. You shove it into her face, pushing her away from you. With one extra push, you make her fall on her back. You take the opportunity to run back to Kinger and help him fend off the smiling rabbit head by pulling at the vine it is attached to. Kinger gets pushed against the fireplace in the struggle. It was here! He quickly pushes the brick-shaped switch in. The fire roars once again bright, ignited by the push of the switch, not only lighting up the room, but igniting the vines growing out of the chimney. Yes! Yes, I did it! They scream and thrash in agony, quickly turning into ashes. The other vines in the room retreat in pain. Oh, okay. You look back at Pomni. Her zombie face is melting like wax behind the pillow you shoved on her face. She comes back to her senses. What happened? You try to explain in a few words, but Kinger rushes you both from the dim light, noticing his sanity starts slipping away from him again. Oh, yeah. We have to keep moving. Come on. You all go towards the room's vent without missing a beat. You three had gotten out of trouble for now, and don't miss a beat at leaving that place behind. You all traverse through a dark vent, its interior glitching unfinished. After a long while, Pomni shouts at you two trailing behind. I see a light! Let's see what we find! With a big push of her whole body, she takes the vent grid down and crawls out. It's the void! You three are standing at the most bizarre space you had seen so far. A strange, unfinished area, or maybe another of Caine's tricks. A void with so many doors everywhere. The music! It's like the TADC theme song, but like with trumpets, and it sounds like we did something right, actually. Such a beautifully lit place for my insect collection. Doors in the void! It ends with doors! I'll take it! We didn't die! That is probably the best ending you can get.